Hey, what is going on, Almond Pacer families? Hey, it is a brand new school year for that 2022-2023 school year, and I am so excited to connect with all of you right now. As right now, I'm going to be going through the TK and kindergarten orientation. It's going to be a great time together as this is that time of the year everyone is getting ready, the anticipation of that first day of school on August 3rd. So, hey guys, let's go ahead and get cracking right here. And so this year's theme, as you know here at Almond, we have a theme every year in which we teach and we do everything through. And we're going all out with Star Wars this year. And so if you're not a Star Wars fan, it may be kind of a good idea to start watching some of those. So you kind of get some of the things that we'll be sending out and the messages. But it's going to be so cool. So our theme right here is the Almond Scholars, which is the Pacers Awaken. I'm very excited about this because this really has a lot to do with our vision statement here, which this is our vision statement, and this is read by either a scholar or even a faculty member here, and basically it's personalized, saying that I am in a relentless pursuit to awaken and cultivate my individual strengths. Man, that is why we exist here at Almond. We know that every single human being is valuable, is precious, matters, and every child here comes with precious gifts and talents. And we want to cultivate that. We want to awaken it inside by giving them unique experiences, by giving them new experiences, challenging them. And so our mission statement right here, it really goes along with our theme in awakening the Pacers, and we're going to be doing that in many different ways this year. And so with our Star Wars theme, we put all of our faculty and our scholars on teams. So here are the 4 teams this year. We have Team Mandalorian, and of course we have a Baby Yoda guru right there. We have Team Darth Vader, Team Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Team Stormtrooper. And so everyone's going to be on teams. And what's neat is that the scholars and the teams are going to be earning points. And it's just a fun way to keep the culture going here, bring everyone together, and really have a lot of fun right there. So looking forward to that. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and start off with our TK bell schedule. And so parents, if your child is in TK, they are either in the AM class or the PM class. And if you're not quite sure which class that they're in, you can please go ahead and call the front office. And also, that information will be posted in the Q app. All right. So here, starting with AM, we have 7:25 to 7:45 drop off. So there's that 20-minute window. Earlier, the better, so that they have time to eat breakfast in the NPR. And then they'll be picked up from the NPR, and Miss Reese will take the class over to her room in room 3. All right. And then they have their first recess at 9 o'clock. And then the lunch is from 11:20 to 12 o'clock. And then at that time is when they get picked up at the north door. And I'll be actually showing a map and showing where this is all at. All right. And then for the TK scholars for PM, their drop-off time is at 10 a.m. And you're going to be doing that right in front of the office. And then the class will actually begin at 10:05. And they have their recess starting at 12:50. Same lunchtime as the AM folks, and so they will be doing it right there. And then what's it called here? Let's see, I lost my place here. Sorry. And then they will be dismissing at 2:20 at the north gate right there. Alrighty. All right, great. So let's talk about the TK and the kinder parking now. All right, cool. So basically, you're going to have the option of either dropping your scholars off on the long driveway, or you can park and walk your kids to the front of the NPR, okay? And so we'll talk about the first day of school later on in the presentation, but in a normal setting, okay, as you can see here, all these is all coned off right here. And basically when you enter our campus, we have a long driveway, which is very, very nice setup here. And so right in front of the NPR right here, which is our cafeteria, we call it the multi-purpose room, you can drop off your scholar right here. They can get out of the door, and then they can walk right here and whoop, and then just go right into the NPR. We have plenty of faculty right there that will escort them, get them to their table, get their breakfast. But I understand that you may want to also park, and so you can do that in this big parking lot right here. And then you can go ahead and just escort them to the NPR. Alrighty? All right, and then so just to give you more of a zoomed in shot, so this will be where the NPR is, and so you get the kiddos will just walk right here and whoop and go right in there. And again, our breakfast is from 7:25 to 7:45, and they'll be entering through that north door. Okay, so what about Tkm Pickup? All right, so the scholars are going to be in the NPR anyways, eating lunch from 11:20 to 12. So that's where you're going to pick up your scholar. So you can pick them up anytime between around 11:40 to 12 o'clock, right? So about that 20-minute window. Right here at that same door that they entered in. And so that will be manned by one of our side aides. And so you guys will check them out right there. But if you do come after 12 o'clock, maybe you're running a little late, go ahead and please head over to the office, because then what we'll do is that we're going to escort the scholars that are still haven't been picked up in the office right there. All right, now let's go on to our Tkpm drop-off. Okay, so a little different now. All right, so this will now be basically in the middle of the morning now. And so what you're going to do, this is pretty much the same process we have for our preschool scholars. Here's our office. All right, and then here's our doors right here. I'm just going to have you guys wait right in front outside right there. You guys are just going to congregate and wait right there. And then at 10 a.m., one of our side aides will come, and they will then escort all of those scholars to Miss Reese's room. Okay, so we're not going to actually have you parents come inside and walk your kids into their classroom every day. That won't be necessary. We'll just go ahead and grab them right there, and then we'll take them to class. Okay. All right, great. And then what about Tkpm Pickup? All right, and so where you guys are going to be picking up is at the end of the day at 2:20. And so just know that that's the same time that the rest of the school gets out. So this is where it gets a little bit more crowded now, right? Because it's just, grades 1 through 6 is also getting out at the same time. And so the gate that your scholars will be coming out of is this north gate. Okay, so Miss Reese's room is right here. And they just kind of walk right here and whoop, and they're just going to go right there. And this is where we have that small parking lot where the buses go, and this is that long parking lot. And so basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to park either here or somewhere over here. Come on out and then go ahead and meet your scholar right here, and then you guys will go ahead and walk back to your car. And so Miss Reese will walk her TK scholars out, and she'll wait right here for you to come and pick them up. Alrighty, so just be aware that there will be more traffic at that time. Okay, I think that takes care of TK. Now let's go on to kindergarten now. All right, so kindergarten, so you're also starting 7:25 to 7:45. This is a breakfast, and then school will officially begin at 7:45. Got the recess at 9:45. Their lunch is from 11 to 11:40, and then they get out at 11:50. Now for kindergarten, all the way from starting on the first day of school on August 3rd, all the way through basically the first quarter of school through October 21st, all kindergarten scholars are on a minimum day. That's Monday through Friday, all right? And we do that district-wide, and so you want to make plans for that. And so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, minimum days, okay? And then, of course, after that, you will only be on a minimum day on Wednesdays with the rest of the school. Okay, so you want to make a notice of that. And so kinder drop-off is in the same area as the TK drop-off. And you can either just pull up in this long driveway, whoop, and then your scholar can get out and just walk right here. Or if you want to park your car and walk them to the NPR, that's fine. We're not going to be letting parents into the NPR, okay, but if you want to walk them to the door, that's fine. All right, and then, of course, breakfast will be served at that time. And this is just in their shot right there. Oh, no. I'm sorry. This is now the kinder pickup now. Okay, so kinder pickup is different than TK, so I'm speaking only now to the kinder parents. And so what happens here is that we have this long driveway right here, right? And especially when it's the end of the day, like at 2:20, this is all like a big long line right here, right? And we have all the classes all lined up right here. But since you guys are on a minimum day every day, right? what that means, except for Wednesdays, because on Wednesdays, the rest of school will be out. You guys will pretty much be out here all by yourselves out here, right? So it's going to be super simple and easy to pick up your scholars. But on Wednesdays, all the school gets out at 11:50. And so basically, the kinder classes, Ms. Gregg and Ms. Spring, they're at the very end of the driveway. And so basically, you're going to want to pull in here. And if there's a line, and just wait in line, you will pull up. And we do that purposely by putting the smaller scholars up front so that if you have to sit and wait for them, we're not holding up traffic. And the way that we kind of do our traffic here at Allman is once you pick up your scholar, and then you can go into the second lane and then make your way out right here. Okay, and so this second lane is only used just to go ahead and exit. We don't go around folks and then to get up to the front. Just stay in line, please, right there in that right lane. And then we will get you going right there so you can get your scholars and then be on your way. And then Ms. Doak is right here at the crosswalk. And I think that pretty much covers our kinder teachers right there. Okay? All right, now, so on the first day of school, we do allow parents on campus. We know that it is a special time with the photos and just really creating those beautiful memories. And so, yes, parents, you can come on campus to escort your child or children to class. And so basically what's going to happen is that we have this main gate right here. So here is the NPR, which is where your scholars are typically going to enter right here. Okay. And so what's going to happen is that we're also going to have our pedestrian gate open, which is right there in front of the NPR, in between the NPR and the office. You're going to enter right there. Okay. We're going to ask that you guys do not enter the classes though, but you can escort them to class. More than likely for the kinder and TK teachers, are probably going to have them line up outside, and then they'll go ahead and they'll walk them inside, and then we'll go ahead, parents, and escort you guys off campus right there at that time. Okay, so just in case you haven't been on our campus, when you enter through the main gates right here, you can just go through the office. You just keep walking, and this is where we have our preschool class, our 2 TK classes, TK right here, and then Ms. Doak room, kinder through second grade right there. So you can most definitely find them right there. But we're going to have all kinds of faculty out there that can help you. So just find one of us. We're going to have all of the scholars' names with what rooms and their teachers so that we can help you find your way. But we do know that it is always a special time during that time right there. All right, and then just real quick here for grades 1 through 6. So regular days are Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, right? And school begins for 7:45 with everybody, and we end at 2:20. And you can see right there, parents, the various times that we have recess, we have our lunches, and grades 1 through 3 and TK and Kinder also have a PM recess, so they get that three recesses, right? They have a morning, a lunch recess, and then a PM recess. Lucky right there. Okay. And then also on minimum days, again, this is where the whole school is on a minimum day, from 7:45 to 11:50 on Wednesdays. And the only exception to this, guys, is our preschool and our TK. So there is no minimum day on TK and preschool, and that's just because they're already on a half day, right? Because they're only coming for half the day anyways, and so you just follow the schedule that I kind of went over with you guys already, okay? And then if you're in grades 1 through 6, drop off. Okay, we're going to have the grades 1 through 6 go through our pedestrian gate. If the scholars want to eat breakfast, they could just make a turn right here, whoop, and go right into the NPR. And then they can have their breakfast right there. But breakfast basically is from 7:25 to 7:40. And then at that time, we actually then have all the scholars leave the NPR, and everybody's in the back of the school where we have all of our classroom numbers. Scholars line up, and the teachers meet them out there at 7:45 to escort them to class to get the learning going for the day. It's pretty sweet. Okay, and then lastly, for pickup, for all of the scholars here, and this is where it gets a little crowded, but though it actually worked out extremely well last year. It took a few weeks to get everybody used to it, but once it flowed, I mean, we did the entire exit process within like 10 minutes. I thought it flowed very well. And basically what happens is we've kind of created this where you don't even have to park and get out of your car. One, because our parking lot gets crowded really fast, and then you're having to park on the street. So actually we suggest that you just get in line, right? And you actually do want to come off a foothill right here. And if you just wait in line, I know sometimes it may back up, but trust me, it goes real fast. Once everyone gets out there, it flows. And basically what happens is all of the kinder scholars will be at the very front, and then we have first grade, and then our second grade. And then as you can see, we have third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then TK at that gate right there. And then what happens is as you drive along this road right here, you just keep going. Right? And then what we're going to do is that we're going to give you guys a placard that you're going to put on your dashboard. And that's going to tell us who your child's teacher is. And so as our staff will see, look at your dashboard, we have walkie-talkies, radios, and we're like, oh, please send Bob Schmo to, this car right here, right? And then those kind of come right there. And so we want you guys to, stay in your cars. It actually is pretty easy. But of course, if you want to park somewhere on the streets and come get your children, perfectly fine, but sometimes this just kind of helps with all of the traffic and all that. So, alrighty then. Alrighty, and just a few last announcements here. Hey, you know that we do all of our communicating now through our Parent Score app. Okay, and it's so awesome because it's just like receiving a text message. You'll get a notification that, hey, Almond just sent you a message, and we could even do direct messages and DMs, or I may send a message out to the whole school or just a grade level. And your teachers are also using Parent Square. They use that also. So this is a great double whammy. Actually, it's a triple whammy because the district uses this as well. So we all use it. So if you're not on it yet, guys, go ahead and register by downloading it. And if you just use the phone number or the email address that we already have on file, it's going to know you and it will connect you. And if you need any help, please come up to the front office and the ladies can help you out right there. And last but not least, hey guys, we have our back to school night on the first day of school. That is right. We are kicking things off with a bang on Wednesday, August 3rd. We have a couple of things going on. First, the first part of after our back to school night is from 5 to 6, and we're going to be selling food. We're going to be having giveaways. We're going to be having things like backpacks and clothes and school materials. And as you know, that we're all about that reading life, and so we're going to have our mobile library set up out there. So if you never checked it out, it's going to be out there where you guys can get some books. And we're also going to be sharing a little bit about a new initiative called Little Libraries that we're going to be sharing. We're going to have music out there. I'll give a little speech out there. And then once we're done with that, then from 6 to 7 is when you're going to go to your child or your children's teacher's classes. Okay, and so there will be one session at 6, and then we're going to have a rotation at 6:30 where you can see your other child's teacher at that time. All right, guys. Well, again, our mission statement is that I am in a relentless pursuit to awaken and cultivate my individual strengths. So parents, let's partner together so that we can build up your child, your children, so they can be the best version of themselves. So they can learn to live with intention, they can live with purpose each day, and then we can awaken each of your children's inner strengths so they can have an amazing legacy. Looking forward, guys, to an amazing 2022-2023 year. Let's go.